Hey everyone. Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna give the intro. Previously, we heard Holy Russia from Coke Studio Bharat, and this time around, we talked about our favorite tracks from Coke Studio Bharat last time around, and one of those tracks were Saathi Salaam. Now, the thing is that now that we have already embarked on this journey, listening to Coke Studio Bharat on this particular channel, right? The natural thing to do is start with our favorite tracks from previous
Yep,
seasons, right? So I think both of our absolute favorites, or maybe top three, is Saathi Salaam, right?
absolutely.
And we're gonna listen to it. We're gonna talk about it after we have heard it. Do you want to add anything?
No, I mean,
All right, let's do it.
Madari is one for you, and Saathi Salam. These two definitely comes in mind.
There are many, but Saathi
There are
Salaam
many.
is something that we will talk about it. All
Mm.
right, three, two, one, play. This track is so incredible. It moves me involuntarily.
The intro itself, the build up. What voice?
The drums in this track.
This build up gives me goosebumps every single time.
Especially the rest playing behind. This combination of bass matching the riffs. The power in his voice.
Incredible. One of the best intros. One of the best.
Everything about this track. Keys.
साथी सलामड़ा आए वनी याद करे दीदी यार के साथी सलामड़ा आए वनी याद करे दीदी यार के डिजिनिया पुण्याज माँ डिजिनिया पुण्याज माँ पाभी पैगामड़ा आए वनी याद करे दीदी यार के साथी सलामड़ा आए वनी याद करे दीदी यार के साथी सलामड़ा है बनी याद करे दीदी यार के आधा बदोश सा चले रुए मुकद्दर का रास्ता दिल मजार सा क्यों ये रखे सभी से यू वास्ता
Love his voice so
सब
much.
पिघल के खत्म हो है नियम ये सख्त जो जहाँ उधार की लौटानी है किसको क्या पता सा है ये जीना सा पर बस लेके जीना कैसा कर जा चला गया चला गया बंदे बंदी क्यों कयूं अजबी हाथ नामिया इन बंदे बंदी क्यों कयूं अजबी हाथ नामिया असली आवाज आयूड़ी असली आवाज आयूड़ी गोला गोला
I
बनी याद करे दीदी यार साथी सलामड़ा है बनी याद करे दीदी यार साथी सलामड़ा है बनी याद करे दीदी यार
It has so many of the drop beat movements.
Yeah.
This little harkat.
Extremely dark.
सारी हकीकत झूठ है उसका नसीहत फूट है दिक्कत विपत फूक दे तार फेंक दे सर पे से सारा मुआवजा
The lines, the lyrics.
Is this build up?
साथी सलामड़ा है बनी याद करे दीदी यार साथी सलामड़ा है बनी याद करे दीदी यार सब पिघल के खत्म हो है नियम ये सख्त जो जान उधार की लौटानी है किसको क्या पता मांगा सा है ये छीना सा कर बस लेके जीना कैसा कर जा चारा गया चारा गया चारा गया साथी सलामड़ा है बनी याद करे दीदी यार साथी सलामड़ा है बनी याद करे दीदी यार
Look at the swag on his forehead. All the for this dance. This is where it gets really dark.
सच्ची मथे मूरन भाई कदी उबरी
Damn, damn, every single time, every single time.
Every single time. Every single time. Oh my god. Oh my god. So, a quick tangent. This track has always been in my workout playlist because this has this effect on you where this pumps you up, this
Mm,
makes you sweaty, this warms you up, right? It's a
mm,
warm up song, pretty much.
mm,
You don't have to even do anything; just listen to it and you're warmed up. But also, this is such a dangerous track to use during workouts because the beat drops, this drums, this the time signature is such that it can injure you very easily. If you are in between a rep, in a set, and this happens, yeah, it's gonna completely mess up the set and probably could injure you. So yeah,
mm.
public service announcement.
Never try it at home with workouts, especially during squats.
Do it with caution, especially with squats. Yeah, 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 yeah. Fair share of my injuries. Yeah.
But every
Okay.
single time this particular track puts me in trance. I
Oh yeah.
just love to mention it to everyone that the first 2 minutes are one of the best, if not the best, one of the
Magical.
best intros that I've ever listened to. And I mean, yeah,
I would go on to say this. I mean, this is a big statement, but out of all Coke Studios, this particular track is amongst top five out of all Coke
by all
Studios
means,
ever.
by all means, by all
Right?
means.
14 seasons from Coke Studio, 4.5 seasons from Coke Studio Bharat, 2 seasons from Bangla,
Bangla.
and a novel season from Tamil, right?
Hmm.
Coke Studio seasons from Africa. This
Hmm.
particular track is amongst the top five of all time, if not the best
Hmm.
ever.
Correct.
The arrangement, the production quality, the vocals, the power, the every single thing, especially the production quality around the arrangement, where every single instrument you can hear it clearly. So in the beginning, where you have this electronic guitar riffs, and then
Riffs.
the the bass is playing in tandem,
Yes.
you
Yeah.
can hear it
Hmm.
separately. If you want to
Yeah.
filter that out, you can do that. And this is the beauty of this particular track. I mean, not only there are so many things, every single thing is beautiful about this track. I mean, I cannot just start listing them down.
Absolutely. And you mentioned arrangement, music, and everything. I also want to mention the lyrics. The lyrics are so powerful. They're obviously it's a fusion of two tracks. One is the folk track, which is being sung by Sawan Khan, and then there's Clinton Cerejo's verse, which were written later on, while they were shooting. And the lyricist of this particular track, I'm forgetting the lyricist. It's ManojYadav. I haven't listened his name. He's not probably that prominent, or maybe I'm just ignorant of his work. But if you go to the BTS of this particular track, you would know how much effort he has put to create the verse of Clinton, and how he has basically merged or created kind of a contrast between that folk track and the modern arrangement that they have done. It is astounding effort that they have put in this particular track. And what I love the most about is that it was probably the infancy stage of Coke Studio Bharat. I'm not sure if it was season two.
Season two.
Season two. You could actually see a lot of improvisation happening during this particular track. And if you go to the BTS of this particular track, you would also notice that Sawan Khan and Clinton, they do not even speak same language. And it was extremely difficult to communicate while creating this particular track. And there are a lot of improvisation that they had to do while playing as well. But it was done so brilliantly. It was arranged in a manner that, what can I say? The message, the musical arrangement, the contrasting behavior of both the vocalist is just brilliant by all means.
Yeah, I think again, I'm very emotional and very biased about this track. Whenever I think of this track, I think this is the best, probably best work or one of the best works of Clinton Cerejo or Cere. How
Cerejo's, I
I'm not
think,
sure
yeah.
how it's pronounced, but yeah, that is Sawan Khan's voice and the power. I think it's the one of the most powerful voices I've ever heard. Interesting thing, I have listened to this track gazillion times. Gazillion times. I'm watching the video for the first time with you
Oh,
right now.
oh, wow.
Right now.
Interesting.
I
Interesting.
have, and we talked about this track that in the previous when we were talking about Holy Rasia, that I have shared this track on our WhatsApp group
So many times.
so many times, that people keep telling me, Hamad keeps telling me that you have shared this before, you have shared this before, because this is the impact, this is the impact this track has, right?
Mm,
Again, now coming back to Salman Khan's voice, this power, this he has this ability. I mean, this track is pretty dark, right? But his power lends it the authority to shake your soul completely.
hmm Yeah.
And then on top of that, you have Clinton Cerejo's voice, where I thought for the first time today by listening, watching this track for the first time, um, it resembled. I mean, when I saw him, this is the when I thought of he resembles or his voice resembles Sean's voice a lot. Remember
Chance.
Sean
Yes.
from
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
our childhood, teenage
Yes.
days,
Yes. Yeah. I
right?
think you are spot
Singing
on
style.
about it. Yeah. His singing style is somewhere between Shan and KK. He's and the fun thing is that I was introduced to this track. I wasn't listening to Coke Studio Bharat previously, and I was introduced to this
But
track.
wait. You're
Yeah,
talking about a time which was 2013, 14? When
yeah,
was
yeah.
it?
Probably
13, 2013
2013.
probably.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
to my
so,
surprise, I was actually watching the movie War in cinema with my friend. And War was actually at that point of time a really big deal. It broke all the records because we usually do not have a lot of movies coming out of Pakistan, and that too in cinema. It broke all the records, and I was curious to see that movie. And Bilal Lashari actually used this particular track in a death sequence of one of the main characters. And it was so
oh,
that particular scene gave me goosebumps, and I instantly went back and listened to this particular track, and I wanted to listen who has done this track was arranged. The mastermind behind this track was actually Clinton Cerejo. He was the one who did the arrangement, who was responsible for the composition as well. And I mean,
you know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of, again, we have talked about this before, the movie Dead Men Walking. In
mm,
that, Pearl Jam had a collab with Nusrat Fateh Ali
Nusrat
Khan,
Fateh Ali Khan.
and in the execution scene
Yes.
of the inmate on the death row, there's a track called "The Face of Love," and
Correct.
it had this dark, soul-wrenching effect. And I think Bilal Ashari kind
Took
of
some
took
inspiration.
inspiration from
Hmm
from it, and this track had this soul wrenching effect as well,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
I mean, and it's individually this track without the context of the movie, because
Yeah.
I hadn't watched the movie. I had heard the I heard the song without the movie, and it
Mm.
had this dark, soul wrenching power
Impact.
to it.
Mm.
Impact, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
Man, this we
Uh,
can talk about this track throughout the night.
Throughout the night,
Throughout the night.
absolutely. There are so many things to just discuss, so many minute details that we can discuss
The
about this
drummer,
track. Oh,
the drummer of
yes.
this track, the drummer, of the drummer is the one who makes you move.
Yep.
The drum pieces are so well timed. The time signature of it is such that it's easier to move around. You
Yes.
can predict what's going to happen, but it punches you proper.
Yep. In each single transition that has been done.
I mean, after Ahad Nayani
Mm,
and his work with drums, this is up there, right up there.
right up there, right up there. I was actually going to mention Ahad's name and the work he has done in
Of
Nana
course,
More, of course. And then
Lal
you
Meri
just
Path.
Lal Meri Path, Nana More. And this is completely on par with that. Completely. Lindsay
Yeah,
DeMello, I haven't heard this name before as well. Uh, Most of them are actually, this is actually a great part, probably not great, or maybe great part that most of them are not part of the Bollywood setup. I mean, Clinton has done some songs or composed some songs for the Bollywood movies, but in general, they try to do indie music along with other kind of artists. And he actually landed Sawan Khan looking at one of his YouTube videos. So it was just a raw collaboration that happened there.
this was the brilliance of Coke Studio, right? You
Absolutely.
you pick artists from the dark, from the
Dark.
wild. You bring them in,
Hmm.
and you unleash them.
Yep. Yep. Correct. That was the
All
beauty.
right,
Those were the
all right.
days.
So yeah, we decided that we are gonna try to keep this video short. Yeah,
Even then.
sometimes just universe happens. The universe comes in, and this is not gonna happen.
Yeah, I mean, you cannot stop talking about some tracks you feel emotionally, right? So,
And yeah, Clinton Cerejo's work in Coke Studio Bharat. I mean, Madari, you took one more name, right? Oh man, where is he now?
I am actually intrigued and I'm just going to Google once we conclude this particular meeting and see
Okay,
what he is up to and try to see if
yeah,
he's producing some music lately.
I would love a collab between him and Zulfi,
Oh,
and
wow. That would be the dream.
probably Arnob, right?
Oh,
Arnob, Zulfi,
metaverse
Clinton
of
coming
Coke.
together. Yeah, League of Legends. That would be
Absolutely.
something.
What a good idea. What a brilliant
I
idea.
mean, if you could have a Coke studio, combined Coke studio of all three
How beautiful
nations
that would be.
together, right? That would be something. If we have this fantasy of having a bowling lineup of Pakistan with the batting line of India. This is the same thing, right? Fantasy,
Okay,
fantasy.
I'm just gonna draft an idea and throw into Zulfi,
Yeah,
Arnob,
yeah.
and
Do it.
to Clinton at some stage. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Let's
All right.
conclude it here
Let's not
before
get
we
carried away.
yeah, before we start to fantasize a bit more. Let's
Yeah,
conclude it here.
daydreaming right now. Yeah.
All
Okay.
right.
All right.
Thank you, folks. It would be an abrupt ending, but yeah, thank you for bearing our nonsense at the end. But I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll catch up on the next one then. Take care.
Bye
Goodbye.
bye.